Hello everybody and welcome back. So loads of you are asking me how I create my saturated colours, how I create glow, am I using any other filters at the moment? And at the time of speaking, no, I'm not. I just use Photoshop. Let's have a look at one of the techniques that I use. The first thing I tend to do if I'm going to add a bit of glow is you're going to want some contrast. So just for the sake of not changing my original edit, let's use a levels adjustment here and just pull down our mid-tones a bit. So one of the things that I loved in this particular morning was this bit of light catching on the edge of the tree here. It was just so beautiful. So let me show you how I might add a bit of glow and colour onto this tree. Let's go. We've got the image layer selected. Let's come up and say select and then colour range. What you're going to want to do, just notice my settings. So I've got select sampled colours rather than any particular colour. We'll ignore the fuzziness and range for a moment. I've got this selection preview set to grayscale as well. So how you have it set will depend what you're looking at. I like mine on grayscale. And I've got my colour picker tool selected as well. So you've got your eyedropper, and this would be if you wanted to add or subtract from your sample, but we're just picking our first colour. Let's come over here and let's find this patch of light on the tree. Now that's what we were looking for. That's what we looked at. So that's the bit that we were looking at on the tree. If you expand the fuzziness, it just kind of spreads it softly out, whereas the range obviously up a much harder effect, a harder line if you like. Okay, let's leave it like that and say okay. Now, as you can see, it's just grabbed that area that we wanted, and that is currently an active selection. So here is a little trick. If you leave your selection active, leave it there with all the marching ants moving, you can pick one of your adjustment layers. And when you click, I'm going to select levels adjustment, and just watch what happens. When I select levels adjustment, Photoshop has automatically loaded that selection onto the levels adjustment mask. So the only thing that currently is being affected is that area. So if we now use the properties box for the levels adjustment, we can just affect that tiny area. Just adjust it a tiny bit. Let's turn off the one above. We can see what we're looking at. And then what I'm going to do is say filter. Make sure I've got my mask selected, and then I'm going to say filter, blur, and Gaussian blur. And we're just going to add a tiny bit of blur just to blend it. So before and after, before and after. It's a very subtle effect. So something else you might want to then do is use your blend mode. So if you then come in and just come down your blend modes and probably use soft light before and after. You've added a bit of colour on. I might come in and just say filter, let's just blur that a bit more. The reason I'm blurring is so it softens the effect into the rest of the tree rather than looking like such a hard line. Before and after. And you could duplicate, and then you could turn down your opacity, maybe even come in and use color dodge. That's going to be a bit strong today, maybe lighten, maybe darker. And you might say, I'm going to color burn it and pull down the fill and the opacity on one layer. So that's with nothing, that's with our first one, and that's with our second one. They're both on soft light. And it's just adding that tiny bit of colour to that tree, to that patch, drawing down to then a little bit more shadow to the rest of it. And then you can really see, let's put them in a folder so we can turn them on and off together. So that's with them turned on, watching the tree, and turning off. Very subtle, but subtle is what usually works the best. And it works on any of your adjustment layers. So you could come in and say, making sure we've got the layer selected, select color range. And if we pick the green of the trees and turn the fuzziness down a bit and say, okay, we've now got an active selection up here. I might come in and I might pick, let's say color balance. And again, it's now loaded that selection onto the color balance adjustment. So now you can take control of this very small area of the image and move through the highlights, midtones, and darks just on that tiny patch. And I will do this on areas that I want to highlight, maybe areas that I want to mute down and just silence a little bit. So moving around your image, just making tiny adjustments can make so much difference. Just look at that area there. Do I prefer it before or do I prefer it after? I kind of prefer it now. So if I was coming back in, I'd possibly add that. And then you could do this little tiny pool of light here. It's just a really great subtle way of making tiny adjustments and having so much control. Okay, so more about that another day. I am currently working on a whole manual for you on some of my favourite editing techniques so you can join in and have as much fun as I do in Photoshop. Okay, everyone, I hope that helps you and I will look forward to seeing you next week. Bye, everyone.